Welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're in. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. So today we are going to read for the collective of Capricorn, the Capricorn collective. It doesn't matter if it's your moon, your sun, your rising, your Venus. If you are drawn to this message, it's probably for a reason. No such thing as coincidence, right? But before we get started, we're going to talk about this. This right here is a book I wrote, and it is called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction. And I wrote this whole book using my phone and some paper. So I share this so that everybody out there that feels like they don't have enough, they don't have a laptop, or they don't have the specific software, or they feel like they don't have the tools necessary in order to accomplish something like this, I guarantee you that you do, all right? And this book will be listed in every one of the descriptions of my videos, and it is also in the About page. You can get a copy on Amazon, or you could get a free download on my website, which will be listed in all of the description boxes. Okay, and I don't share my story because I am proud of the stupid stuff that I've done. I share my short story because I know what it's like to be in a shame loop. I know what it's like to feel like you're never going to come out into the light. I know what it feels like to have to transmute like the ugliest parts of ourselves, to take accountability and to really change your life. So for anybody out there that feels alone or that is suffering, like, you are not alone. Like, I promise you can get through this, all right? And so that's my book. And with that being said, let's get started. Capricorn. First off, we're going to pull one of these guys. What is the overall message for Capricorn today? Be the person you needed when you were a kid, right? Did you need someone who protected you? Did you need unconditional love? Did you need more attention? Did you need praise? Did you need to know that someone had your back? You're a big kid now, and you can do all of that for that little pipsqueak living inside of your rib cage. Right? That's half the reason why I wrote the book that I did write. Like, I thought about all of the stuff that I had been through, and like the things that I was doing and what I allowed into my life. And when I thought about my little girl running up to me, like all bright-eyed and like in wonderment, asking me what we did with our lives, like, it kind of broke my heart to have to tell her the things that we were going through. So when I wrote this book, I published it on my birthday, and I dedicated it to my inner child, okay? So be good to yourself out there. All right, there's that little person inside your ribcage that needs you, that needs your voice, that needs you to protect them. Okay. All right, Capricorn. What sort of messages do we have for Capricorn today? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Capricorn Collective. What sort of messages do we have for the Capricorn Collective? So we have the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and then the Knight of Cups in the upright. So with the Knight of Cups being in the first card of the spread, I feel like you are really like holding your own, like you're keeping your emotions in check, like you have a really solid ground for emotional like stability, You might have been dealing with somebody that was very emotionally manipulative, and I think that you are kind of patting yourself on the back right now. With the King of Cups in reverse, I think you're kind of patting yourself on the back for some sort of like lesson learned, or the fact that you took the high road on something. Maybe you called somebody out on their bullshit. And it's like, I think you're feeling really proud of yourself right now. Like, you're feeling really proud of your accomplishments. Like, you're not letting like stuff that would normally get to you, like you're not reverting to taking things personally. Like, there might have been somebody that tried to sabotage you, or to throw your name in the dirt, or to try to spread rumors about you, and it's like, I feel like you didn't let that get to you. Whatever it was that they were trying to project onto you, like, you just let it like bounce off of you, all right? Like, I don't think you took any of it personally, and you didn't let it affect you in the way that they thought that it was going to affect you. And I think that you have your head held high, like you feel very very confident in yourself, like very confident in your abilities, very confident in like your emotional responses and the choices that you're making right now. You might have somebody around you that is wanting to offer you a cup of love, because we do have the Knight of Cups. And we do have the Fool card here. So there might be somebody around you that like admires you, that sees your strength and like sits back and kind of admires you. You know, like they can feel like when we have that presence about us, that we're like, we don't take no shit, we don't take no guff from no swine. You know, like it like you radiate it. And I think that somebody has caught a whiff of your radiance, Capricorn. You might have a new start in a job opportunity, like, or you might be getting a raise in the current position that you're in now, or you might be getting a promotion to a higher position. You know, maybe that is because of the way you handle yourself, like you're like management material. You know, maybe somebody took notice of like how you worked with the team, or how you handled yourself in a stressful situation, right? So they're acknowledging your leadership abilities. You know, if you're wondering if something was coming to an end, like we have the World in reverse. Like I think that somebody is sitting on their emotions. They're not wanting something to come to an end, or you're not wanting something to come to an end, because we have the World in reverse. Yeah, you're kind of like wanting to put it, they're like putting it at rest, or you're like putting it to rest, or you're getting more rest at this time. Like maybe some of the solar flares have affected you. You know, maybe you needed more time to like work in the astral realm, to work on your astral space. You know, some of you could be getting really vivid dreams right now, especially with the solar flares that have been happening, and with the full moon today. You know, you could have been dealing with a lot of immature people, because there's quite a few pages that are out on the board here. You know, and you don't feel like whoever this immature person is, or this younger person is, like you don't see them changing their ways anytime soon. But you also don't feel like it's your responsibility to make them change their ways. It's like it's not your job to teach other people to be a good people. It's only your job to be a good people. And I think that you are like literally leading by example, by not getting involved in whatever drama that they've got going on, by not getting emotionally invested into like situations that aren't yours to get emotionally invested in. It's like you're leaving your work at the door, or you're leaving your, like, it's like you don't bring your work home with you, you know? You don't bring the drama that happens at work, or the drama with your friends. Like you're like really able to disconnect yourself from other people's like energy. We got the Justice on the bottom of the deck here. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra. We've got Libra. What else do we got? Libra and Aries so far. You know, and we are in that cardinal energy right now with the seasons changing. So a lot of you might be starting new projects. You know, you might be feeling like it's time to start something new. It's time to get things off the ground. You feel very pushed towards, you know, making a move with the Two of Cups. You definitely have somebody in your energy that wants to offer you some sort of cup of love, and I think it's because they've seen how you handled yourself. Like you might have just gone through some sort of like really stressful situation, and under normal circumstances, or the other people that they've dealt with, they've lost their cool, you know. Like they didn't handle it very professionally, but I think the way that you handled yourself was very professional. And it kind of like piqued someone's curiosity about you. Like you captivated somebody's eye just on the way that you handle yourself, with the way you handle your emotional reactions to seemingly stressful situations. So I think that either somebody wants to like give you a promotion, or they want to like offer you a cup of love, you know, and it's based off of like observing you. Like they've been watching you and observing you for a while now. This person could be younger than you, or you do deal with a lot of people that are younger than you, or they're just like emotionally immature. Like not necessarily an age gap, but definitely a sense of maturity. And they look up to you. They definitely look up to you. And I do believe that it really had to do with the way that you carried yourself. Like you were put in some sort of position that normally like they see people flip out, you know, or act a fool, but you handled yourself like very, very professionally. Like you kept your emotions in check, you know, with the Empress here, you know, like you come off very nurturing, very very like motherly and nurturing, and like caring. Could be dealing with the Taurus. you know, but I think you like left all the drama at the door. You know, like you don't take any of it personally. You're like, that's not my circus. Those are not my monkeys, you know, but you still handled handled the matter in a professional way. Yeah, I don't think you fell into any sort of gossip circle. Like if there were people that were like talking badly about another person, like maybe you stopped them from doing that. And maybe this person saw you like in how you handled that situation. Like, I don't think we should be talking about that, like, talking about that person like that. Like we're in a professional situation here, you know. But something that you did in some way that you carried yourself really piqued this person's interest. And like they've been watching you for a while. They've had their eye on you. Yeah, with the King of Swords. Like, you might not know that this person has their eye on you, but they definitely have their eye on you. They see how you handle yourself. They see how you, like, are in control of your of your space, of your kitchen, or of your crew. Like maybe you're a crew lead, you know, and like you're going to get promoted to like a management position. And we do have your card at the bottom of the deck with the Devil card being there. Like, I really believe that this is your energy because it's a Capricorn card and we're doing a Capricorn reading. So I really feel that some of you are just embracing, like, your own strength. Like, you might have a lot of happiness around you, you know? You could be dealing with a Leo as well, but there seems to be, like, this, like, bubble of happiness around you. It's like you bring sunshine wherever you go, you know? And maybe some people really notice that energy about you and they like want to soak you up, you know, like how like some lizards like to soak in the sun. Like there might be somebody trying to bask in your sunlight, you know. They just feel like your radiance, the radiance of the warmth you have inside your soul, you know. And they're very attracted to it. You know, you might just have this like happy-go-lucky kind of like attitude towards things, you know. Like if you get caught in a rainstorm, you're not like crying because you're wet. It's like you're dancing in the rain, you know. And I think this person really admires that about you. But yeah, they are definitely a younger person. Like you definitely have a younger energy around you, you know. And they definitely don't want you to go anywhere, you know. They definitely don't want you to go anywhere. We have had the World in reverse twice. So if you felt like something was ending, or you thought that, like, you know, somebody didn't appreciate you or was taking you for granted, I don't think they do take you for granted. I don't think that's one of these situations where like you don't know what it's like until you don't have it. You don't know what you got until it's gone. You know, I think this person actually really does like appreciate your energy and appreciate your kindness. And I think that you're going to get some sort of promotion or some sort of raise, or somebody's going to approach you because how they've observed you behaving. All right. Let's get one more of these cards here. So you're going to cry about it or boss up. Pro tip, do both. You can do both. The real ballers feel their feelings and do what they know is right at the same time. You still the boss, even if you the crying boss. Right? Let's get one more. It says the world doesn't owe you anything, but I think you know that. Like you handle yourself very very kingly, you know, like you are very much in control of your emotions, very much in control of your responses. Like you take pride in being that mature, you know, that emotionally mature adult. You know, maybe you are definitely like a mentor to someone that's younger than you. It's like you are trying to lead by example. You're not like really telling them what to do. You're just showing them how to do it. You know, you're showing them how to show up in the world, how to handle situations like a boss, you know. And it says, acting like the world owes you something keeps you in a mentality of scarcity. Here's the hard truth. The universe never borrowed anything from you. All the gifts she has given you so far have been gifts. If you treat everything in your life like that, you'll be a lot happier. Unless you're a dick, then you'll just be grumpy. It's your choice, right? But I think you understand that, you know, like you can't have a bad day with a good attitude, and you can't have a good day with a bad attitude. And I think like you really embrace that awareness, okay, within yourself. And I think that it really puts it puts people in their place, you know, because they see how you handle yourself, and it's like you're leading by example. You might not be telling these people what to do or how to go about living their lives, because you know that's really none of your business, but you are very in control of your own happiness, your own responses. And I think like you are leading by example, and it's really setting the bar for whoever this younger person is. Like they look up to you like a mentor, or if you have a boss that's around you, they've been really observing you, and like they are probably going to offer you some sort of position of higher management because of your management skills, because how you maintain your ability to put like your emotions to the side and like handle things logically instead of like emotionally. All right, what is the best that could happen? You're probably super good at thinking of the worst case scenarios, right? You can project all your fears onto a big screen and play them out in vivid color. You can actually feel the anger of the confrontation you haven't confronted, the loss of a job that you haven't been fired from, the death of a star you haven't dared to shoot for. Try putting those superpowers to work in the opposite direction. Imagine how you could be surprised and delighted in those same scenarios. Daydream instead of worry. Say hey to that cool ass shit, right? Us as humans, we have a tendency, and I don't know if it's like programming, you know, from all the, like we've been programmed and conditioned to do this, but out of all the possible possibilities, like we tend to pick the worst possible case scenario and like stick that in our pocket and like focus on it. All right. But I don't think that you do that, Capricorn. I think that you are very, very well rounded in your emotional like control. Like you have control over your emotions. You don't let your emotions control you. And I think that somebody out there is like really looking up to that. And you are definitely a mentor to somebody. Like you're a mentor to the younger generation. You might be a counselor. You might work with younger kids. That might just be your job in general, or that's a job that you take very seriously, you know, and I think you do a very good job at it. All right. So that is your message for today, Capricorn. I hope this message finds you well. And until next time, vroom, beep, beep. Love ya.